whenever you're in your contact area, if you need to search your names of your contacts, say for instance, I want to search for George Washington, I can just type in the search field George. But whenever it's searching in this area, it's only searching the names for whatever you got filtered. So I just happen to know that I've got more than one George Washington on purpose in here for another reason. That wasn't part of my filtered list, but it is showing in here this way. But if I wanted to search my entire database, not just the ones that are showing, we've got the little icon in this upper left corner where you can click on that and you can search the name there. So if I type in George, if I'd spell it right, George, George, then it would show it. George Lucas, George, each of the Georges that are in there. So now, whenever I'm searching, I'm seeing, oh, I do have a George Washington, and that's the one that wasn't being filtered out. This one was the one that was being filtered and shown in the list. But now I've got different names in there. Last week we talked about this. I've added the ability to see what those addresses are for those names, so you can kind of see a little bit more detail of what it is. What a big change is whenever we pulled this list, and if I clicked on this list prior to the update, this list would have gone away and it would open up the contact in the contact database, and I would see that contact. If I went back, this search screen would have gone away, and you'd have to go back in and search again if you're searching for several different people. So now with the new update, whenever you're searching, the search screen stays up. Whenever I click on that name, it goes ahead and opens up that contact's name. But at the same time, the other names that are in there are up here in the previous next. So I can just previous next through however many different people that are in that list. So if I need to kind of see the difference between a couple of them, I can go previous next without having to go back and see that. So it's just a little bit easier to deal with that. Now, this week, I mean, those were things that I had done last week. This week, what I did was like, well, there may be cases where I just want to pull up two people. Maybe it's a husband, wife. So maybe I come in here and say Washington. So I've got Martha and I've got two Georges, but here's Martha and George. Well, maybe I just want to pull up both Martha and George. Up here at the top, whenever you're in your contact list, you can now click the little checkbox. You can say, just show me George and Martha, and I can go to one of them. It doesn't matter. I can just click on one of them. But whenever I do that, whenever they're selected, only the two that were selected will be in the list. So it gives you the easier way to even go between names if you just want to see both sets of names. The next thing, something that Jose was running into, was he sent out a bunch of postcards, and a lot of them were bad addresses or whatever. So he's got a stack of cards that he's going through and needs to be able to determine, what addresses and stuff are they in, and maybe merging some records as well. So here I've got two Georges. I can come in here and select both of the George Washingtons or maybe others. And you'll see that there is a new mass merge option, where if you've got lots of names in here that you've done and some of them have the same names, you can come in here and let it do a mass merge. If you just want to treat the same name as a possible merge, you can check this little box, in which case it will show you groups of names that have similarities. In this case, the similarities is the names only, where it's a low confidence of whether or not they are actually the same person, because either the phone number and or the email or both don't match. So whenever they don't match, if we're only matching by name, it's low confidence, where it could be high confidence if we've got an exact match on a phone number or an email or something like that. But in either case, if I wanted to merge them together, I could check that box, run the merge, and it go. You can do the same type of thing from your list. Maybe you've got a lot of names in your database that are potentially duplicates, where maybe I go in. Actually, let me do a let me view all my records. I'm not sure I've got that many in here that are like this, but I can go in here and say I want to sort by I want to sort by the first name and last name. Configure my sort, last name, and then also first name. So it puts them in an order here, last name and first name. And I can change some of the orders and stuff if I want. But if I come in here and select a bunch of the records, say I just select everything. Actually, I don't even have to select it. I can go in here and say, check for duplicates. You have the ability to say, show only duplicates. So in this case, I do have several that are duplicate records of names, Sky Winters, George Washington's duplicates, stuff like that. I can come in here and mass mark them, because there's a bunch of duplicate names of different things in here that I've done. I can then come over here and do this mass merge preview. What this does is it takes all those groups of names and says, hey, we've got a lot of duplicates. It will duplicate them it'll check the duplicates by name and by phone number or email or something. If there's more than one match between them, then it'll have a high confidence that it's the same person. If it's the same person, then we should be able to merge them together. It'll merge notes and tags and all that kind of stuff together. But it'll do it for lots of different people if you go through that list. If you just want to do duplicate checking with just the name to come up with more list of names, you can check that list and it will show you other ones that it has found that's duplicate names, but it's a low confidence because nothing else matched, possibly. It will show you which name it chose as being the survivor. Which one do I want to keep? It's the kind of the target. Which one do I want to keep? But in this case, it will have all the different names in there. You can select only the ones that are high confidence only and merge all of them together. In which case it goes in and it places a check on anything that's high. Or you can select all and then individually uncheck the ones that you don't want to do. The problem is how many people have multiple John Smiths or Jose Lopez's, common names that you don't want to merge their names. This gives you a preview so you can see which names are there and the likelihood of them being the same name or not. And if they are the same name, you can merge them. If you know that they're not the same person, you can uncheck them while still merging lots of others. So data cleanup is important. This is another tool in your arsenal to be able to do some major cleanup of contact records very easily.